You know, in forgiveness, you don't do it for the other person. You do that for yourself, because that's whenever it releases the anger and the bitterness. But in essence, it was the greatest gift that he ever could have given to me.
Sure.
And no gift since then, or I don't know that I'll ever receive one from him that was any better than him to say, I forgive you.
And you know he meant it.
Oh, absolutely.
It was so much more than words. Alan, I can see it in your countenance.
Sure.
I see it with both of you.
Right.
Why are you curious a bit as to why they would want to even share this and have such a peace that passes understanding that our pain might be someone else's healing?
Well,
you think that's what it is?
I think their testimony is sadly very common in relationships, non-Christians and Christian relationships.
Yeah. Right.
And one of the main reasons is, and what I picked up on, was lack of communication.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think you were just dying inside because you wanted to get it out. You wanted to tell him. And eventually you just had to. But that communication, and that's what the enemy fights so much. He does not want us to relate to one another and to be honest with one another.
He had us tangled up in that. You're right. And it happens a lot of time with couples. And that's really why we wanted to tell the story in this format.
That's right.
We've been sharing our testimony for about a dozen years, going back to, after we were healed enough to be able to talk about it. Because it takes some credibility. And when we talk to couples today, they want to go from brokenness over an affair to complete healing in a month. And that's not the way it works. You mentioned it's process. It takes time. It takes time of healing. It takes time of understanding. You got to unpack some things and figure out why you made some of the decisions you made. There's a lot of things that have to happen. It doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen with God's power. And you're right, it's supernatural is what it is.